All right, so Craze.
Yeah.
Around what year did this community start having an influence or impact on you?
I would say in about 94, I was a young dude. I hadn't even started first grade yet, and I used to be in my apartment on 66, and I would see these guys with Pendletons and Jerry curls, and I mean, this ain't probably the thing to look up to, but in the 90s, you know, it was more rough and tougher. I'm looking at things like Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society, and then I see these guys in real life with 40 ounces and Pendletons and Jerry curls and beach cruisers. You know, it's the culture. So I seen them, and I'm like, damn, what they doing over there? I'm nosy looking out the window, and that's what kind of like, damn, I live over here. This is, you know what I'm saying?
I think one of the things, like when you was posted up as a young man on the block, you don't realize young kids are
looking
influenced
at you,
yeah, and they're amazed at you, and they look up to you, and you don't realize that you're just out there hanging out. You don't know there's 100 kids that are admiring me right now.
Exactly.
Right? When you look at that now in retrospect, you know what is that? What goes through your mind?
Well, and it's a great thing, you know. And I want to give shout out to Intervention. You know, Intervention that came into our area. I got to give a shout out. You know, they sent us to school. You know, and we was in them classes, and we was in classes with other gang members, and we was in them classes, and the things that we learned. If you accept it, you know what I mean, you open yourself up to it and you accept it, you will start seeing yourself and seeing how foolish it is for some of this stuff to happen. You know what I mean? And I done said it before, you know, we only feel it when it hit us personally. You know what I mean? But now, you know, I got empathy now. So now, I'm feeling for you. You understand? So it's like, I don't want nothing to happen to you that I don't want to happen to me. So now I'm at a point where I want them to understand that, you know what I mean, you could be killing somebody or your own friends because you can go out there and do something and it might not come back on you, but it kill your partner over here or one of your other friends. And you know, that's the message that we really need to get out. And everybody's not gonna understand it at the same time. But you know, it's about planting that seed, you know, and letting that seed grow. And hopefully what I'm doing right now is planting a seed. You know what I mean? Everybody might not understand what I'm talking about right now. But if you hear it, and that seed might be in you and it might be laying dormant, but somebody else might come by and water it and it'll grow, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
So your early influences were the OGs. You was looking out your window and you seen all the, you looking at first generation Menlos, huh?
For sure. For sure.
And who was raising you? What was your family situation like at the time?
So my mom raised me. I grew up right here on 66 in Menlo, and my little brother's father is from the hood, so you know he's in and out of youth authority, and I'm watching him, you know, as a young tiny loc over here going to the youth authority, coming back, buff, swole, tattoos, just you know what I'm saying, just seeing him program, it's like damn, and that's really where most of my influence came from him.
So he lived
in my house.
Yeah. Different parent though, huh?
Different dads. That's my little brother's dad. But you know, he raised me. So, you know, he's been there all my life. I've been there with him, and you know what I'm saying? So he was my father figure, you know, from the dope selling in the early 90s and him coming up with money and new cars and seeing him low ride. So, you know.
So basically your mom hooked up with a gangster.
For sure. My mama's a gangster.
Okay. Talk about your mom. Give us a little background on your mom.
So my mom and the rest of my uncles and my family come from the east side, the Fine Nine East Coast Crips. That's where they all come from. So, you know, I probably would have been from over there if that little thing with the 5'9", with the 5'9s and the Florences didn't happen. So, but you know, I've been living here all my life, so this is where my home is too. But that's my family, but this is my home. So it would have been a tough choice to make, but you know, I'm from Menlo, so you know.
So your mom must have been able to realize early on that you, her son, was gravitating towards the streets.
After a while, yeah. After a while of just, you know, growing up in the conditions I grew up in, not that I didn't have nothing. My mama took good care of me, but just being a part of the streets, probably just being around people I wasn't supposed to, you know, doing things I wasn't supposed to. And, you know, if she didn't buy me something, I would go steal it, going to camp back and forth, you know. So that's just where that started at.
Now, did you know his mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know his mom. I mean, you know, he couldn't help but be part of it. I mean, he grew up right where everybody hung. You know, I mean, he had a house, and then there was an apartment, and their driveway shared the driveway with the apartment.
It's the same property.
I mean, you have 30, 40 guys in this place. In his window, his window was right in the back, and there was a lot of things happening. And he could just look out his back window to
and
the
see
things that was happening in this little area right here. You know, so he didn't have to go nowhere to even learn nothing about where he's from.
And I'm growing up with all of their kids. So it's just no getting away from it. All of their kids is my friends. We go to 68 Elementary. We leave there, we go to John Muir, you know, so it's that's just what it was.
So you had a closer relationship with your little brother's father than your own biological father.
For sure.
Talk about that. How come your biological dad's out the picture?
So my biological father is from East Coast as well. He's from 69th Street. He died in like 92. So my mom met my little brother's father, and they were together for years. He was born in, I think, 95, July 95. So and he moved in with us, and that's where like my main influence came from him, for sure.
And is he still around?
For sure. He might hit one of these corners any minute now, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. And how's your mom doing today?
Oh, my mom is cool. Still doing hair, chilling.
Yeah.
More like to herself. She never been like when she had my little brother, she stopped hanging out. So she ain't been out in about 25 years.
So she had a stage where she was attracted to gangsters, because your dad is from East Coast. Your little brother's dad is from...
her high school boyfriends is from East Coast. Her adult boyfriends from me, like, you feel me? See, just all gangbanging.
Now, did your mom ever date any Menlos that were of her age?
My brother's daddy, he's from Menlo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's Menlo.
He's
right.
Menlo,
He's
yeah.
Menlo.
I'm one of my original names from the hood. I just don't push it as much. It's Infant Mud. He Baby Mud.
Okay.
So yeah.
So your mom just happened to meet Baby Mud because she moved into the neighborhood, huh?
Maybe the first day.
Okay.
You know that you see a young black girl moving in somebody's complex. Hey, fast, come here.
He scooped that up.
Immediately.
Yeah.